My Nexus 7 install in my Subaru BRZ. So first, I have Tasker set to automatically turn the Nexus 7 on when the car's on. So let's start the car. Well, accessory mode in the car. This comes on. I have it set to automatically start playing music, so I'm going to pause that. Here, this is the main screen for controlling music. Got, of course, your normal music control buttons. I've got volume to control the volume of the Nexus right there. This is all just widgets. It's super easy to control with these big widgets that are easy to touch on a capacitive touchscreen rather than the crappy resistive touchscreen that comes in the car on the stock head unit. I also have email and weather on that screen. Just if I need to quickly glance, my phone goes off in my pocket, oh, I have an important email I need to look at, I can just see who it's from. Obviously, I'm not going to be reading email while I'm driving. Here is the next screen. I have Google Gesture Search. If I need to search for like a contact or something, I'm not going to launch that and actually search for anything because I don't want anyone to see my contacts. But if I need to quickly find someone's phone number, I can do it with Google Gesture Search from the contacts that are stored in my Nexus. Now, I can't dial from the Nexus because I have an iPhone, and there's no way that I know of to actually use the Nexus to make calls from the iPhone. But I can still make calls from the head unit behind the Nexus 7, which is controlling the amplification and all that stuff. I'll get to that in a second. There's Google Maps, and here is Torque, which will show me a bunch of cool stuff from my ECU in the car. Here you can see the racing meter plug-in, and the car's not on. It's just an accessory mode, so let's get that going. Here you can see it's showing me RPMs. It's not idling down yet. I can rev it a little bit, so the RPMs go up. Pretty cool. This shows me which gear I'm in. That's in for neutral. It's G's, so if I turn, the little dot will show me which way, how many G's the car's pulling. Pretty cool. And then I've got for here I've got a widget that makes my screen not dim as long as the Nexus 7 is connected to power, and the power goes in to a USB accessory charger back there. It's not like a power inverter or anything. It's literally just a USB adapter, or rather a cigarette lighter adapter that plugs into, but that has two USB ports. I've also got, like I said earlier, I have a head unit behind the Nexus 7 to control everything, and this is the remote for it. It's a the JVC head unit, and of course the remote is IR, so IR is line of sight. So if I were to try this without an IR repeater, this remote wouldn't work, and I still need a way to control the head unit. And the JVC Smart Music app is really crappy. Good luck getting it to actually connect to the head unit every time. I've got it to work maybe like 10 times total out of 100. So what I did was I set up an IR repeater right there, and it goes back and dangles in front of the head unit, so it transmits the signal. So if I'm playing music, I can still use the remote to pause or switch source, or switch the equalizer, volume up, down. So with this, I can still use like my iPhone. I can plug it into this port with the USB cable like normal, because this is still working, connected to the head unit, and I can play music from my iPhone. But I have to control volume from here, and then I can just switch back to the auxiliary source with the source button right here. This Nexus 7, by the way, is an LTE Nexus 7. It's normally, you have to pay for a data plan, but since T-Mobile started their free data thing at the beginning of this month, November 2013, they give out 200 megabytes of free data for any tablet that is compatible with their network. Even if you don't buy the tablet from them, if you're not a T-Mobile customer, which I'm not, but I have strongly considered going to them, and this is just making me want to go there even more. So You go there, walk in with your tablet, give them the IMEI number off the back, walk out with 200 megabytes of free data every month for a total cost of $10, which is just for the micro SIM card that you know that you stick into the Nexus 7, and I mean that's it. You don't pay anything per month. And I know 200 megabytes doesn't sound like a lot, but like I said, I have a weather app or a weather widget and an email widget, and I mean that's plenty to get the weather and email. And if I absolutely need to have some data, I've got it. I know there are some ways to tether your phone to your Nexus 7, but I don't have my Nexus 7 rooted, and like I said, I have an iPhone, and I'm not paying for tethering for my carrier, which is AT&T, so I don't want to do that. And I mean, basically, that's it. I've got a pretty sweet setup here that, you know, in comparison to the stock head unit that came with the car, I have way more functionality. It's way easier to use. Besides, it's got there you can see maybe it's a little bit of a gap here, but it's not bad looking. Otherwise, I would probably take it out, and I might still try to refine it, but I think it still looks better recessed into the dash. One thing I would mention, if you like to wear polarized sunglasses, it will, like the angle that you sit from here, in my car at least, it will like make the screen hard to see, so you might have to like move your head around or whatever. But it's one of those little things, like just like this glare you can see right there. It's one of those little things, like it's a slight inconvenience, but with what you get with doing this, it's kind of worth it. It's pretty cool. It definitely beats the functionality of the stock head unit, and it beats the functionality of many of the very expensive double din head units that I found. It's very customizable, and I don't know, it's a lot of work, but you get some pretty cool stuff with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and good luck if you're looking to do this by yourself in your own car.